let's start with, in my mind, the game of the night, and there weren't many last night, but Justin Verlander against Luis Castillo. Put a little money down on JV's side. Just had a feeling.
Just
Houston
JV?
can't.
Just JV?
No, just for the Astros money line, straight up. And the one thing that stood out to me, AJ, is the dude is giving them innings. That's the thing. Obviously, he was great too, but he entered the 9th inning, he was still 100 pitches.
You know the most important part of that game was?
What?
They hit my bet, both of them.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
Love that for you.
Is that the most important thing? Is that where we're at now?
Well,
We've come a long way.
I mean, I can't be down $2,000 to Kratz at the end of the year, so I got to try to make it come. But no, listen, this is why they went out and got Justin Verlander. This is Justin Verlander playoff push, 8 innings. They have to win this game. They just got swept by the Royals. They go to Seattle, and the offense showed out. Alvarez and those guys going big fly like they do. I mean, Alvarez hit a ball 6 inches off the ground, 430 feet. I think it was a changeup from Castillo. And listen, Castillo for the Mariners has been good, but this just shows you Justin Verlander, Castillo. It is like, wow. I mean, this guy went out 8 innings, 1 run, just dominated a lineup. And now, listen, the Astros are where they want to be. They're in a playoff spot. They're not at the division top. But hey, they're still alive. In a game they had to win, they threw their best out there. And Justin Verlander delivered. That's why he's going to Cooperstown.
This is why you trade for this guy too. There's no questioning if they need somebody on the mound. This is the guy. Framber's been up and down. Yes, you can say he's got a great year because he has a no-hitter this year, but he's been up and down recently. And when you have somebody that solidifies your rotation, I'm not even saying he's pitching game 1 of the playoffs. He's going to pitch one of the 2 games that they need to win, and it showed it because this lineup has been Brutes Magoots this entire last stretch of whatever it is, 10 games. But I mean, Tucker at night, I mean, if people didn't watch the Seattle game, they dominated them. Astros dominated them. But it was like rainy and misty, nasty weather there looking. And Jordan went 16 rows up. Tucker went off the top of the restaurant, or maybe the top of the scoreboard, but just below the restaurant, like big boy homers on pitches like AJ said, that weren't even strikes. The one that Jordan hit, and it's like Castillo has to be thinking, I was supposed to be the guy. I was supposed to be the Verlander for our skid that we've been on, and he was not last night.
Mm-hmm. It's a good call. And those guys, they hit good pitching, and they hit bad pitches sometimes. And that's where you're watching like a playoff game or a World Series game, right? We've all been there before, and you're like, that wasn't a bad pitch, but that just tied up the game on a 2-run shot.
But what AJ said yesterday, they don't strike out.
Yeah.
In 17, the Astros figured out how to not strike out, and they have kept it. Whatever you want to say about the trash can scheme thing, whatever, they have kept that approach, and it is a reason they are a World Series team year in and year out.
Alex Cintron and Troy Snicker deserve a ton of credit as their hitting guys. I mean, let's be serious here. They came in, and since they've come in, yes, I know the trash can, that whole deal with Beltran and Alex Cora and that whole group, but since then, all they've done is go to the World Series every year, at least the LCS. It's not like, man, they had the trash can in 17, and now they've kept it going for the next 6 years. But, I mean, every year you can lock it in. The Astros are in at least the LCS, if not the one in the World Series, and they won another World Series, which for me kind of solidified their place in history and also kind of got rid of the trash can rumors for me. I mean, I know fans are still going to go for it, but by winning that World Series last year, it should have kind of eliminated all the doubt because, I mean, 19 they lost in the World Series in Game 7. 21 they lost to the Braves, right? I mean, 20 they made a run when they probably weren't ready to. They made it to the LCS and almost came back from down 3-0. Listen, this team is done it for a long time in the core of Bregman, Altuve, Maldonado's been there for a long time. Now Alvarez, Tucker, it's been pretty incredible.
Yeah, the whole trash can stuff should just be stopped. Like somebody said it on the show.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
You're booing a uniform. You're not booing people.
Although loudest boos of the night last night
were for the Mariners.
No. There was one other. Yes, there was some of that, but there was one.
During that game?
Altuve got hit by a pitch. Oh, no, not boos. Sorry, cheers. Sorry.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. It's still a thing for people around
it will
ballparks.
still be a thing.
Yeah.
And I would have a hard time saying that Altuve was involved in that. He knew it was going on. Whatever that
It
is,
doesn't matter. Regardless, people are going to do what they're going to do.
He
You know what I'm
knew.
saying?
they're going
I
to
guarantee you he knew.
Oh, he definitely,
definitely knew.
Of course he knew.
He definitely knew. But there's plenty of guys that say, "Oh, I don't want to know what's coming." He is one of those guys.
Biggest cheer of the night at T-Mobile Park. This is from Chandler Rome. Altuve getting dotted on the elbow with a full count fastball. That was late in the game.
Yeah, but that wasn't on purpose. It's just fans being fans.
Yeah, fans.
No,
not
I know
having to
that.
cheer-
I'm
cheer
just
for
saying
anything.
there is still a villain component to the Astros until every player from 17 is not on that team anymore. Then maybe fans go into the next phase of life. Maybe.
I am going to mention.
I like it though.
In the
I think it's fun.
I'm not.
It's
It's kind of shtick. It's kind of just a shtick
from the fans.
Yeah, because I think we should focus on the fact that the Mariners, what was it, third inning, Julio was up. They were losing 4-0, bases loaded. The fans got on their feet. It was rocking. It might have been the fourth inning. I'm not sure which inning it was, but either way, it was rocking there in Seattle. And this is what Paul Sewell was talking about when he was on the other day, calling out Diamondbacks fans. This is where fans need to be out. They need to be in these situations to cheer their team on, because the Mariners are going to need a lot more than just wins. They are going to need some help from other teams.
No, they're still in control. Win the next 2 games against Houston. That helps.
Okay.
I'm
not saying
it's right in front of you. Easier said than done, and it's definitely demoralizing when you've got Castillo on the mound and you get beat like that.
It's like spinning a wheel and you're like, oh, jackpot. And you just watch it come. Oh, man, we got to wait for it to come all the way back around. Nope.
This is what Houston does.